He's only got 10 caps. He's only got 10 caps. He's only got 10 caps. He's only got 10 caps.
I'll ask you first of all how you feel the season's going, both from the point of view of Nottingham Forest, Brian Clough and football generally.
There's lots of questions all in one there, John. Sound of your voice. You're just about getting them out. Dolly-dolly-do. Slayer. Dolly-dolly-do. Slayer. Slayer. Player. Slayer. Player. Player. A little bit daft. Dolly-dolly-do. A little bit daft. Dolly-dolly-do. A little bit daft. Dolly-dolly. You're just about getting them out. You've got to have endurance, you've got to have talent, you've got to have endurance, you've got to have talent. A little bit daft, dolly-dolly-do. A little bit daft, dolly-dolly-do. You've got to have strength, psychology, you name it. And of course you've got to have very good players, but it's a real endurance battle over 9 or 10 months.
Now, you signed Trevor Francis to help that kind of battle and strengthen the squad, obviously. Do you think you've seen the best of him yet? And if not, when do you think you will?
Well, I haven't seen a lot of him. I don't know about the best of him. He came into the season, couldn't come into the League Cup, couldn't come into this, couldn't come into that, couldn't come into that, couldn't come into this, couldn't come into this, came back from mega injured. So I don't think we've seen the best of him. And as I'll repeat, I haven't seen much of him, whether it's the best or the bad. But I think his best's got to come. He's a remarkably nice young man, as you well know. He gets his priorities wrong occasionally, but they've been put right. But his first and foremost job is to become established as an extremely good player. He's not that yet. He's not at league level, and he's certainly not at it at international level. For a man of 25 with so much talent to only have player, I think he's only got 10 caps. He's won a medal by fluke on the European Cup, because if we'd have had a full squad, there's no doubt about it. I told him there's nobody who's playing. I think that side comes part and parcel. 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 I think that side comes part and parcel.
Is there anything about it in its widest sense which disturbs or concerns you?
Nothing apart from the gates that are going down slightly.
Why do you think the gates are going down then?
I don't know. I can't put my finger on it at the moment. If I could, I would. And I would do something to put it right. I think we play the usual old chestnuts come out of my mouth straight away, and I do believe in them. I think we play far too much football, obviously, and the breaks we have in between one season finishing and another one starting is very small. Starting is very small. Talking about the people who run your show. I'd love to play. We used to sit down and look forward to it in comfort on a Saturday. I think you're becoming too deep. I think you're setting yourselves up as judge and jury. I think you've gone over the dividing line where you have a contribution to make to one of being dogmatic, overbearing, boring, and you can keep going. I know it's difficult to justify a non-non, for example, or to put it as match of the day, but if that's what you get when you take your cameras to a ground, then show the non-non. Don't try and justify it or pick things out and bore us all to tears with your lectures.
Well, you're talking about analysis of individual incidents, are you?
Yes, I'm talking about the people who run your show. You, your colleagues and Jim and all that type of thing. If we want a serious discussion on most things, for half an hour, we'll switch Shirley Williams on.
But right after the match is over, fans and so on, they go in the pub and they talk about things that have happened, don't they?
Yes, of
course. If it was a 0-0 draw and there was a goal disallowed or a controversial incident, that's obviously a topic of discussion. Now, surely our job is to report that as fairly as we can.
I think there's a difference between talking about it and discussing it with your mates and arguing about it in a pub than being lectured in your own home, in your own armchair, about what you should be saying and what you should be thinking. And I think what you do to referees is nothing short of criminal. I do, honestly. And I think the standard you feel that should be coming from referees at the moment is absolutely incredible. Because I've worked in your industry a little bit as a layman, And I've looked at one of your machines 24 times and still couldn't get it right. And that's what you do.
Yes, but I must take you up on one thing there, Brian. It quite frequently proves the referee right. I don't think it's fair to say that every analysis killer is a referee by any means at all.
I'm not interested whether it proves him right occasionally. The point I'm making is that he makes a decision in 5 seconds, or 2 seconds, or 1 second, or whatever it is. In the heat of a moment with 22 players, with 30,000 people shouting and bellowing, all I'm saying is you don't make that point strongly enough.